Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video. I'm going to talk about some newly shown items from San Diego Comic-Con 2018. This time we have Marvel Legends, and it is the upcoming Spider-Man wave. So this is quite exciting. I believe this wave is anticipated to be released at the end, or at the beginning of 2019. And yeah, I love myself a good comic book Spider-Man wave, so it's nice to see the next one coming up. And there are some nice figures in this wave. We do have a couple of these are actually on display. I don't believe that they're all on display, at least not at the time of filming this. But some of them are on display, and we did get quite a few of the figures shown. 4 figures from the actual wave as well as the Build-A-Figure. But before I talk about the figures right here, let's talk about the ones that they have on display. At the moment, I believe they only have 3 on display, but they have the Silver Sable figure, which I think she looks very nice. I'm actually really liking her paint job, especially in person. I think it looks great. It has this great kind of subtle, almost pearlescent metallic blue and white, and I think it looks just excellent. She really does look great, and I do like the head sculpt's pretty nice. It's nothing too special, but I do think it looks nice. The body is really what's special on this figure. I do also like the gloves. Those do seem to be unique for this sculpt, and then the guns look quite nice as well. She looks excellent. And then there's a Black Cat, a new version of her, kind of a... This costume I don't recognize very much. I mean, this is certainly not what I think of when I think of Black Cat. The one that came in the Ultimate Green Goblin wave, that one was a nice, solid, what I consider classic Black Cat figure. This one is definitely a different design. It has obviously the fur on it, which I think is cool. I think that's a nice update. And then it has like almost like a charcoal black color scheme to it. Not quite a jet black, but not quite at a gray either. So it's interesting, and she does have a little symbol, a little cat eye on her chest, which I think is kind of neat. But the face sculpt, I like the smile. I just wish that the hair was maybe flowing a bit more. But her whip does look cool, and as you can see, it can kind of twist around her waist, which I think is very nice. And then we have the Red Goblin. I believe this is kind of like Green Goblin, but with the Carnage symbiote on him, which is... From a narrative perspective, I think it's a little ridiculous, but just from like a fan perspective, I love it. I think it's super cool. Carnage is my favorite, you know, oh, that's funny. I just noticed that the Spider-Ham Venom head sculpt, you can put it on the regular Venom and create like a whole big old spider Venom ham, whatever. That's funny. Okay, anyway, sorry, a little distracted there. But anyway, the Red Goblin, I think looks very cool. It does seem to be a very unique sculpt because it does have the tentacles actually coming off of his elbows and everything, which I don't believe is how the normal one. I don't. Is it a Carnage Repaint? I don't think it is, because it's got like a thinner body sculpt than the Carnage that they use for the actual Carnage figure. But I think that he just looks super cool, and he obviously, yeah, because it looks like it's the superior Venom, and yeah, the superior Venom, and as well as Lasher sculpts. That's what it looks like, but with extra sculpted tentacles on it. But I think it looks very cool. He definitely has Lasher's hands there and feet, but I think that looks very nice. The only thing I don't like is how glossy he looks. I wish that it was a little more matte rather than gloss, but the head sculpt is just so extreme and so intense. Again, it's a little ridiculous from a narrative perspective, but just from visually, I think it's very cool. And he has a big old tail, which is awesome, so I am quite a fan of that. I think we'll get better pictures, yeah. So here, there's a better angle of Silver Sable, yeah, I said it right. Okay, sorry, I have trouble saying her name. But anyway, I do really enjoy the look of her. And her father, his head sculpt came with the Speed Demon, so I was able to put that on an Ultron figure, and it fits perfectly. It really works well. So I think that she's going to look good with him too. If you've done that easy custom, I mean, it really, I think the two of them are going to look good together. Black Cat does look nice, just not a costume that I'm a particular fan of. But it's nice that it's such a different costume. There's a better image of the Red Goblin there, as you can see. That tail looks extreme, which is really cool, and just in general, I think that that's a super neat figure, so I'm very much looking forward to that. But the other figures that were shown were Symbiote Spider-Man, which I like the fact that his eyes are kind of like off of his head sculpt, but in general he doesn't look that interesting. It's kind of another Spider-Man. I do like the fact that it's a symbiote as well, but it's nothing that I'm personally too interested in. And then the Build-A-Figure is Kingpin, of course, which is nice. Kingpin's been a Build-A-Figure that's been rumored for a long time. It seems like a logical one to be a Build-A-Figure of a Spider-Man wave, so it was just a matter of time, and we finally have it. It is 100% a new sculpt, of course. You know, there's never been a figure of this size in just a suit, which I think is very cool, and he is very bulky, as you can see. I would love to see how he compares to the other characters in the wave, but he does look very bulky, and from what I've heard, it will come with 2 head sculpts, so I would imagine there's going to be one regular standard one, maybe with a cigar in his mouth, and then there's this one where he's really angry screaming. But I like the white suit, and he will come with his cane, of course, too, so that looks like an excellent figure, so I'm quite excited for that. You know, Kingpin is a solid choice for a Build-A-Figure. So that's 4 of the figures shown, plus the Build-A-Figure, so that means there's at least 2 more figures shown in this wave. There's a lot of figures that I'd like to see, but just one that I would personally really like is just another symbiote. Maybe Riot would be cool, considering it was confirmed that Riot is going to be one of the villains, if not the main villain of the Venom movie. So it would be nice if Riot is one of the other figures in this wave, but there's a ton of other figures they can do as well. But so far, I think this is looking to be a solid wave. The Symbiote Spider is the one that I really don't care for too much, and I'd be fine skipping him. Black Cat is one that I'm not. It doesn't excite me, but I do think it looks like a decent figure. The Red Goblin and then Silver Sable. Man, I have trouble saying her name, but the 2 of them are the ones that I'm the most interested in. I think they look great, and they're characters that I enjoy. And also, as you can see here with the Red Goblin, will come with a pumpkin bomb, which is like Carnageified, which just looks super cool. And then the Build-A-Figure is the Build-A-Figure that I would really like in general. So overall, they're batting a good score for me personally. I'm enjoying the figures in this wave, and can't wait to see what other figures round out the wave. So let me know what you guys think of the figures that have been shown, especially the Build-A-Figure, of course, what you think of Kingpin, and thanks so much for watching.